Morning everybody, we're back working on the header again. During the week, Dad went and bought some new timbers for the chain that they ride on. So you got some new hardwood. Hopefully it'll be good enough for what we're trying to do. So we're going to try and get it back together and get the elevator chain back in. And hopefully we'll get that sorted and be able to go out and properly make a start on that oats and try and get it done today. So we'll try and get all this back together and we'll see how we go. Alright, we managed to get the new timbers in. So as you can see there, that's what it should look like on both sides. That's where the chain rides. So it was a little bit tricky getting those top bolts in. There's not much space to get your arm through. So now we should be right to put the elevator chain back in. Yeah, we managed to get the elevator chain back on. It's all been done up. We've roughly done it to the tension that they specify in the book, which says there should be 30 to 40 mil of up and down slack. So we've done that, adjusted it. Dad's going to fire it up and see whether or not it runs all right, and hopefully nothing falls apart. Rightio, we finished up with the header. As you would have heard when we started up, it's pretty loud. We think that's because the chain rollers are banging on the coach bolts we put in the wood because we didn't countersink them. We're hoping it's going to be all right. We'll see what happens. We're taking a bit of a gamble. So we've come out to the front. Dad's bringing the John Deere tractor out with the tandem trailer with our firefighting equipment and some water, just in case we need it. So we're actually going to do a little bit of work on the front as well before we start anything. So on the front, on the roll, like the auger, there's these fingers and they shoot the straw back through towards the camera and that goes into the header. And they punch in and out. As you can see, it's shorter there, longer there. Anyway, the bushes inside there are worn and it was like creaking and making a bit of weird sounds. And you can see that one's pretty worn there. So Dad got some new bushes for them, and we're going to try and replace those as well. Yeah, before we start anything, and hopefully when we've done that, we'll bring the header out. We'll finally be able to make a proper start. Okay, just took one off. Here's the old one, pretty knackered. There's a new one. So it's just a matter of taking that cap off and the 2 screws, and then slipping a new one on. Oh yeah, we replaced all those rubber bushings. Hopefully, yeah, that'll stop it squealing a bit, like what it was the other day when we started it up, and we should hopefully not have any dramas with it. Yeah, everybody. So we last spoke 3 days ago. When we had the header set up, we went back in. Oh well, we had the header set up, and it was too windy. Now, because it was this pretty hot day, and I think it was about 36 or so, and because of the wind, Dad didn't want to take a chance and start stripping any of the oats just in case a bearing ran hot or something happened and started the fire, which is fair enough. Last thing we want to deal with is a bloody fire raging through the farm. So we ended up going up to the house and we sat around for a few hours and the wind just didn't die down. So I ended up going home. Dad came back out later that night, or I think about like 8:30, 9, something like that, stripped a little bit and then gave it away. So we've come out 3 days later to finish it. So it's another 36-degree day, I think, but not quite as much wind. There's a little bit of a breeze, you can probably hear it on the camera, but yeah, not quite as much wind. So we're going to try and finish it and hopefully all goes well and the wind kicks up, as I say that. Alright, so that's jumping in the header. I'm in the John Deere with the water pot on the back. I'm playing bloody fire warden just in case. So we've got the drone up, see what sort of damage we can do. Hopefully no damage to the header. Let's see what happens. spoke about previously, either at the start of this video or in the last video, but some of the oats isn't worth stripping and there's a lot of green stuff in it. So he's just picking out the best spots to harvest the grain off, and we'll leave the other stuff here to just be eaten by the animals, yeah? So, yeah, we should have enough seed from what we've got, and I think we're making some straw as well for Mum's horses. Rightio, well, that's pretty much it done. Well, it's pretty much the oats that we wanted stripped. Unfortunately, just, yeah, a lot of it, too much grain stuff and not much there to get. So we're done down here. I think Dad's going to park that up and turn it off. We're going to run the tractor up. A little bit annoying, didn't get to get as much footage as I would have liked to. So that's just the way it sort of was this year. Well, not this year, last year, because I guess this is a part of the 22 season. And just sort of the way it all went. So yeah, if it had been a bigger crop and a little bit nicer, I would have been able to get a little bit more footage and it would have been a little bit more impressive, but it wasn't quite that way. But that's alright, we'll catch up with Dad and see what he reckoned, and we'll go from there.
G'day viewers. Superior German technology in the hands of an old Aussie fool. We got the oats off. Well, what was there to get off? A lot of areas there where there wasn't much oats because of the wet weather and whatever. So it was a small oat, but it was small when we sowed it. That's just off the front there, you can see. You can see it's pretty small. Now that's maybe because of the wet and because we never ate it off or got to eat it off, and it never stooled out and grew a bit more. But nothing wrong with it. Stick that in the ground with a bit of moisture, that'll grow like hair on a cat's back. So yeah, so we've finished the hay. Well, we haven't finished the hay, but we've finished the harvest for 2022 and 23. So that's a good thing. The old girl got through after our little bit of a hiccup there the other day, and she'll live to chew a bit more off again. So anyway, as Cam says, hooroo. I'll see you on the next one.
Rightio, there you go, there's the verdict on the end result. We're going to tidy up our stuff here at the moment and we'll take the tractor back up to the shed and go about our business. And got some big storm clouds on the way by the looks of it, so just in time. Rain out the back. So anyway, we'll finish up the video there. Hopefully it'll sort of come together, even though it was sort of split over the 2 days. Yeah, I just said about that. Yeah, that's just saying about the thunderstorms. So yeah, anyway, we'll wrap the video up here. Hope you still enjoyed the video, and it's good to get the old 955 out and blow the cobwebs out of it. So yeah, anyway, we'll catch us in the next one. Alright. Lucky we got done what we got done. It's starting to blow a gale and starting to rain. The first time we got anything done before it rained this year. Oh well, for the season of 22. So I guess that's one thing. Poor old head is going to get wet. Make life cleaner a bit harder. Oh well, it says.